I'm going to finish the clutch. I just want to show you something. It's quite important that you really do clean the clutch as best you can, because, for example, look, these marks aren't here by accident. They're here because each one of these flywheels is balanced. Okay, so if you have quite a lot of dirt here, okay, and sometimes there can be quite a bit of build up. If you think about the centrifugal force, when it spins round, that will cause vibration. Not only does that lose you power, it's bad for your economy, but it's not so good for the bearings as well, because you think all of this is moving up and down upon this, and there's the bearings behind this. So you really want to make sure this is clean. In addition to that, with a little bit of sandpaper, you just want to clean this up, okay? Especially if there's some glazing on it, you want to clean this up. Okay, I'm going to do that now. And you want the whole, not like this, and also it's just a bit glazed, you want the whole plate like that. So I'm just going to finish doing that, and then I'm going to clean it, and then it'll be time to put it onto the pressure plate. If you're putting on a new clutch like I have, make sure you clean it with some resin, or clean it with some solvent, or even a little bit of sandpaper, because very often to protect the surface they put a kind of resin on it so it doesn't rust during transit, or if it has to be kept in store. So make sure you take that off, because that can cause clutch jitter. Now it's a case of putting your friction plate on, and then your flywheel over it. And the flywheel should really only be able to go on one and only way. See, you've got these dowels here, one here and one here, and that means that the flywheel can only go on a certain way, so that the timing marks, yeah, you got them here, actually make sense. Because of course if you could put this on any way you want, then these time marks would be completely useless. Right, so watch out for that. Look out for the holes for these dowels, so you don't spend a long time searching for them. Right, now I'm just going to put the friction plate on and the flywheel. Okay, a little trick to help you putting the flywheel with the friction plate on is to put the piston 1 and piston 4 at top dead centre, and you'll know that the arrow is roughly at the top. And also you can see here there's one position for that dowel, and then further back there's the other for that dowel. Okay, so you've got 2 dowels, and on top of that you should really, I still have to clean this gearbox up, so I'll do this very carefully. Make sure that this fits on your gearbox, the flywheel, because the last thing you want to do is put everything together and find that it doesn't fit on your gearbox. Okay, and sometimes they have a little bit of machine finishing here, and they can be difficult to put on, so it's best to fit them on, because then you know it's correct. Okay, right, I'm going to put this all together now. Once you clean this with sandpaper, you want to be putting this on. Okay, it's very simple. You just take a look at this. It's got 3 slots. They go on like so. Then you'll have your clip, which comes with the new clutch kit, and you just feed it in. And then with a screwdriver make sure you can get it to clip in here. I'll have to work with this one a wee bit. It doesn't want to go in yet. Right. There you go. That's it, done. Right, now let's put the flywheel on. Okay, once you've got them kind of just tightened up, your 9 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once you've got them sort of just kind of starting to touch the friction plate, like say there's a lot of distance here, but there's no distance here. And what you want to do, also look in there, you can't see it with the camera, but you're trying to centralise it. Now I've done tons of engines, and I've nearly all of them I've done by eye, and I've never had problems. There are some you really do need a clutch centralising tool, but the Golf was one that you can really get away without having the tool. And what I do is I just see I can move it, like, see, well, that's too much. Move it back, and what you want is it roughly the same all around, and that figures as being centralised. And then once you've got it like that, you need to torque all of these up. These bolts, incidentally, I didn't mention, it should be torqued up at 2 kilos or 20 newtons or 15 foot-pounds. Okay, and if you don't have a torque range that goes as low as that, yeah, I'm sure you can kind of judge for yourself just how tight it should be. Right, I'm going to tighten all this up now.